All right, guys, welcome back to we're going to do Batman and Robin the Boy Wonder, All-Star Batman and Robin the Boy Wonder, by the way. Issue number 6 by Frank Miller and Jim Lee. Probably one of the worst written comics I've ever read. If you want to know more, just check out my other 5 books that I've done, and you can see why. Now, like I said, this book is trash, but why are you gonna review it? Well, it's just I wanted to show you how trash it is, because I like Jim Lee's work. He's a very good artist, but this is not it. Yes, it's pretty pictures, but the writing is completely off, and Batman, everything is out of character. All these people, everyone in this book are perverts, idiots, narcissists, crazy maniacs, and much, much more. Lunatics, you name it. And now we get introduced by, to the Batgirl, right? So first of all, Batman is boasting that he is, hurting people a lot, like punching somebody's teeth in and then he let them even chew on those teeth. He says, I kicked a sad bastard pin through a frame glass window and kept right on kicking his sorry ass down the fire escape to a 2-story fall and a wet pavement that the woman beating creep will never forget. Right. And also Batman hates cops, so every cop here is feels his wrath or something, although he is, if somebody's crazy or a villain or, acts evil or bad, you need something to cancel that out. The opposite. There is no opposite in here. It's just all chaos and craziness. So he hears a sound, and it's Black Canary. He calls her an amateur and wannabe. Right. And why are you here down the pier? Below the pier? Why are you not up the pier? Okay. Anyway, so we have Barbara Gordon, and then this narrative, she's 15, by the way. So she's coming home, right? And it seems that her dad, Gordon, is talking to a woman named Sarah. But then, dude, this dialogue, man. She's listening to her dad, who's just happening to be talking on the phone to the woman of his dreams while his wife sits in the next room texting somebody. What? Why? Anyway, but he's just, and there's all this talk. There's a lot of talking here, and all this talking is just like blah, 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 blah. It really doesn't really go nowhere. It's about the Batman. He hates the Batman. He, because of the police force, he is looking for the Batman. He wants to capture the Batman, and it goes on and on and on. But then Jim Gordon, Captain Gotham City Police, a good cop. Really? I mean, how is he a good cop? Because you just told me that he is just, I don't know, maybe cheating on his wife or something like that. And he is also talking about somebody because he's now, coming of age, and that he, how do you say, wants to maybe break the bones of the kid that wants to date her or something like that. I mean, and you're going to tell me, well, he's a good guy. No, he's not. Maybe he's a good cop, but he's not, definitely not a good guy. And also, words like, it's been blurred out, and I'm not sure what this is, bull effing now. Effing, I'm saying that deliberately because of YouTube algorithms. I don't know. And she says, hey, what do you got in your backpack? And she said, I bought me some clothes by a part-time job or something. Right, and then the conversation goes on and on and on about the Batman, and then, I don't know, his wife comes in and she's a drunk. So, like I said, it's getting from bad to worse. And a lot of bragging, I guess, right, and etc. And then she's pulling out some grappling hook from her bag. Ads. And she's turning into, she's changing. And we see, fan of being the Batman, I guess. He is martial arts, Watchman. So the resolution doesn't focus. 100 Nights of Arabian, Gen 13, Sin City, 300. Of course, all the Frank Miller stuff, right? Etc. And some girly stuff. Okay, so she is changing into the Batgirl, I guess. And then she's jumping out of the window. I mean, where did you learn that, by the way? Is it normal that you just jump out a window throwing some some grappling hook, and then you are just doing some kind of a Spider-Man thing, swinging through the rooftops. I mean, isn't that? Don't you need some kind of a training to do that or something like that? So we didn't see it, and she's also been a fan of Superman and Wonder Woman, according to all these things on her chest, waist. Green Lantern, I guess. Is this a Batman symbol? I don't know. It's just crap. Anyway. And then we have Jimmy Olsen, who is bringing flowers to someone in the St. René's Medical Center. And he's visiting Vicky Vale, you know, he was hospitalized, but then he sees that somebody's brought her more flowers. And then he's, tried to dump the flowers, right? And she is getting a card from Bruce. My apologies for Alfred's driving. Recover swiftly. The world's a darker place without you. Right? And she says, I got your stuff. I downloaded everything we got on the Flying Graysons, Dick Grayson and the Batman. It's all there. Thank you, Mr. Wilson. My column just got a reason to exist. Right? Because he's a journalist or a reporter, cub reporter for the Gotham Gazette. He should tell her just to call him Jimmy. Everybody else does. But he really gets off on the breathy way she says, Mr. Olsen. Jesus Christ, man. That's what I mean, right? It's all unhinged, perverts, crazy stuff in here, right? And she says, hey, can you fetch me my clothes? And then you can get me the hell out of this place. And he said, well, aren't you here for 3 more days? I mean, you're just sick. You're a journalist, Mr. Olsen. You got to learn to take chances. Fetch my clothes, will you? Yes, ma'am. He gets her clothes for her. He doesn't watch as she slithers out of her hospital gown. He doesn't watch as she gets dressed. Really, he doesn't. He's sweating like a pig, by the way. Freaking pervert. Ads. Lots of ads. Anyway, so we go then to, meanwhile, somewhere else. So we have Black Canary, and she is, like I said, Frank Miller's just typing words on his typewriter or computer, because all this dialogue makes zero sense. So she's talking about she was in the bar, and we don't even know these guys, right? She just comes in with a motorbike, and she just steps off the motorbike, and she just talks to these guys, right? And she talks about bragging. I mean, but isn't that what you do? Bragging? Because later on you just wants to rob them. So these guys says, who the hell is this bro? She sounds like a goddamn leprechaun. And he says, this ain't a safe neighborhood for the girl walking around in her underwear. It's not really her underwear. Anyway, but she kept talking and talking and talking. And she says, hey, give me every last nickel that you have, unless you want to spitting your teeth all over creation. What the hell is she talking about? She makes me feel like I got bees in my head. Well, I'm with you, dude, because this is all just nonsense. She's not talking for much longer. It's been months since I've gut shot a chick. It's going to be hurt bad, love chunks. And then she suddenly gets offended. I mean, you're coming here, threatening these guys that you don't even know, minding their own business. Yeah, they're probably bad people. But still, you just come into their neighborhood, you bad-mouthing them, right? Try to get their money, and then you're getting suddenly offended because somebody calls you love cheeks or chunks in this case. And then she goes on a rampage, somewhat, I don't know, man. Doesn't make any sense. So she's kicking ass. This guy begs for mercy. She says no. Well, she says yes, but then the other way. And then she's robbing them. So doesn't that mean she is a criminal, right? I mean, she is a criminal by robbing people. Doesn't matter if they are criminals. She's just robbing them. And then she's getting caught by other gangbangers, I guess. And then 5 minutes before that, this is even crazy. I don't even know what's going on here. So there's a cop car, and Batman talks about Jocko Boy Vanzetti. I don't know, he's talking about crippling someone. Now, what is happening here? What is this? Why is he puking and worms coming out of his nose and mouth, and there's some kind of a cobra around his neck? What's going on? Is this a criminal, or is this sitting in the back? Or is this a cop? What is this? I fed Jocko Boy some nasty snake poison last we met. What? Lord only knows what he's seeing. So are you telling me this guy is seeing this, or is it the other way around? You fed him snake poison? Really? And he's laughing like a maniac. And he says, eat glass, lawman. Sometimes a fella just can't help himself. Yes, you can. You just cannot. You can decide not to do it. You cannot decide to kick this man in his face that has probably done nothing wrong. And even though he is wrong, it's just, where's the proof, right? Where's your evidence? Especially when it comes to taking down a rotten cop. Where's the evidence? All right. So, what is this dialogue? Black? What is this blag? I give you some talking to do, Jocko boy. But then he hears the sound of, I don't know, gunfire, and he elbows this guy unconscious. It's gonna be the amateur. So, all right. He's going to the sound, and there is Canary ducking and doing athletic stuff, evading bullets. like something that you can do as a normal person, right? But then, keep your head down, madam, or ma'am. Leave these clowns to me. Oh no, it's the freaking Batman, right? I mean, why are you protecting her? She's a criminal. Of course, you didn't see that, but she's not the good guy here. That leads us basically to the next issue. This is crap. This is utter crap. Not only that, it's called Batman and Robin. Where is Robin, by the way? He was barely featured in the last issue, and he's not even there. So, I bet there is something wrong with Barbara Gordon as well, right? I believe she is some kind of a freak or whatever. Like I said, nobody in this book is normal. Nobody. It's trash. It's awful. But we're still going to continue because I need to show you how awful it is. So, guys, stick around. Oh, man, it's just... Okay, let's stop this video. This is so crap. I cannot get over it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.